Hey everybody, and welcome to part 2 of our 3-part series, the number 1 secret to losing up to 20 pounds of fat while eating loads and without boring exercise. And delighted to see so many people on again, and I hope you enjoyed webcast number 1 last week, whether you watched it live or you attended the replay. So make sure, as always, enjoy this, get the most from it by asking loads of questions. You have your chat function, so ask questions via the chat function and give feedback. Ask questions, give comments, share insights you've got, share stories about your own situation, whatever you will get the most from this. But make sure, as I said, to share lots of comments and questions. That's the most important thing. On the webcast number 1, I spoke, especially at the very start, about weighing scales and how, despite the name of the series being about losing 20 pounds, how important it is that you do wipe out the scales from your mindset. It is not the indicator you want. It is probably the least effective indicator that you can use, because psychologically it's like psychological warfare, and it does not give a fair reflection of your progress or otherwise, because there's too many factors that affect it. And especially if you're female, your weight can fluctuate anywhere in 3 months out of every 4 weeks. So it's important for you to wipe this out. And as I said on the webcast number 1, use indicators like tape measures, body fat using the skin fold calipers, pictures even, your clothes. These are kind of proper indicators that you want to use instead. So why am I sharing all this, and why am I doing a 3-part free and live series? Well, it's so that you can learn how to embrace life and you can live fully. And that's important that you do that, because time's short, time ticks by fast, and it's important for you to make the most of it. We speak about the 4 main areas of life and just how important you regain control of your body, mind, and health is, because it impacts each of these. So it's your relationships, body, mind, and health, your business life, your professional career, and your wealth creation. And your body, mind, health has such a huge impact on all of this. It's about getting control, taking action, and ultimately getting results. And if you don't regain control, definitely if you don't take action, you ain't getting any results. So it's important you realize this is about you. It rests with you. It's important you take responsibility for your current situation. And you've done the first step in that in getting on this presentation. You've prioritized where many other people haven't prioritized. So, be very proud of yourself, and I congratulate you on that decision. So it's important, again, as well, to engage and interact as much as you can so you can get the most from this. Quick bit of housekeeping: make sure you turn off your phone, make sure you turn off Skype. It's important you pay full attention here. Close all web pages, get off Facebook, have a pen and paper ready, ask loads of questions. For about the next 60 minutes, focus, give it your all, make sure you're paying full attention. And this free training contains the strategies to creating your personal body for life. And it's up to you to make the most from it. And as I was saying with the whole time thing, this is a quote I always love. Every morning you're handed 24 golden hours. They are one of the few things in the world that you get free of charge. If you have all the money in the world, you couldn't buy an extra hour. You need to treasure it. What are you going to do with this priceless treasure? And time, as I said, is ticking. So it's up to you to make sure you make the most of it. You're making good use of it right now. Make sure you continue to make proper use of it. So in terms of our formula, again, the formula is the secret. What are the 4 parts of the formula? Well, creating a success mindset, which we covered a lot in training number 1. Exercise, which we covered a little bit at the end of training 1. We're going to cover in depth on this training. Nutrition, so we're going to cover a good bit on this training, and then the remainder will be on training number 3. And then you've got sleep, which we'll cover in training number 3. And that is what will lead to your own personal body for life, your own transformation. And this can be in as short as a 6-week transformation. It's completely up to you what happens, how quickly it happens, because it involves you taking action. It's important you take action consistently and give it everything you possibly can. Okay? So we spoke on the training number 1 a lot about mindset and the importance of creating a success mindset, the various exercises you need to do. So I hope that you did those exercises, and if you haven't yet watched training number 1, make sure you go and do that. So with exercise, we spoke about the importance of time and how there's no excuse for not exercising, because we all have time. It just depends on what we're prioritizing. We covered about crunches and sit-ups and how it's a myth that doing loads of crunches is going to get you abs, when the truth is they're actually a complete waste of time and they actually can make you fatter looking. We spoke about fat and how long duration fat burning zone cardio is supposedly the most effective fat stripper, when the reality is steady long duration cardio again can make you fat. And this is where we ended training number 1. I asked you guys whether you'd like to look like the guy in the top or the lady on the side, and I wasn't surprised by the reaction. But basically why I'm showing you this is the myth is that weight training makes you big and bulky, and it's a big reason why women steer clear of weight training and weight areas of gyms, because they're afraid that you're going to get big and bulky and turn into like this lady here on the right. The reality is that resistance training is the only way you're going to become sculpted and muscular, losing loads of inches. Okay, so you get the best of every world. So you not only lose loads of fat, not only lose loads of inches, but you're going to look toned and sculpted and muscular in a nice way, in terms of slender toned muscle, not big bulky muscles. When you see a lady like this, you can be 99% sure that she's using performance enhancing drugs and all kinds of anabolic steroids, because the female body is not designed to look like that. No more than the guy here on the right. Now that's a bit of photoshopping, but there are guys who are pretty freaky big and not desperately far from this. But again, it's steroids. Okay, it's a very, very unregulated sport. So you're not going to do this. So the weight training will not make you big and bulky. For guys, it's even quite tough to gain muscle. You need to have the right genetics. So genetics and body type that are designed to build muscle easily. That's the first step. So even for a lot of guys struggle to gain muscle. And there's guys who train 6 days a week and they gain very little muscle. So it depends on the body type. It's like even for me when I was doing Body for Life, when I made that decision I was going to do it, I had to recognize that I have a body type that does not gain muscle very easily. So that meant that it took severe stimulation to make my body recruit more fast twitch fibers and slow twitch fibers. So they're the ones who build muscle. So I had to hit it in the right way. So I had to design my program based on that. Whereas there are other people who are more broad and design their body type and genetics are for building muscle. And they just basically have to do any kind of weight training and they're going to build muscle fast. So it depends on your genetics, that's what we need to look at. But as I said, the majority of guys don't even have the genetics to build it easy. So with testosterone in their bodies, they find it that difficult. So then you take women who don't have minimal testosterone. This is why women need have no fear of building muscle. It is not going to happen. You don't have testosterone, you've only minimal amounts. So the only muscle you're going to build is lean, toned muscle, which means you'll be nice and slender, okay, which is what you're looking to do. You want to get nice and slender, toned arms, legs, midsection, back, whatever body part. So it's really crucial that you get this and that you get into a consistent resistance training program if you're not already doing so. Because I can guarantee you that you can do all the cardiovascular training in the world, you can do all the dieting you want in the world, but you are not going to get lean and toned unless you do weight training. And added benefits of weight training is, even from a fat burning point of view, muscle burns calories all day. It's going to burn fat for you all day. It's 24/7, even when you're asleep, because that's when the body's recovering itself as well. Okay, so you've got that aspect of it. You've got a serotonin aspect of it, but also you've got the fact that it increases your bone density. So after the whole burn fat body transformation topic, it burns fat like crazy, and it, as I said, increases your bone density. So no matter what age you are, if you're female, you're predisposed to get a bone disease at some age, a degenerative disease. It's important to do what you can to counteract that, which you can to a certain degree with nutrition, which I'm going to cover a little later on. But with resistance training, it increases your bone density dramatically. I've had clients of 70 years of age having a bone density of a 30-year-old, what a healthy 30-year-old should be. And I've had clients that even at 30 have a bone density of like around the 50 or 60-year-old, but within 3 months of consistent weight training, it was down to like a 35-year-old. So the good news is that even if you have bone disease, or you're close to getting it, you have showing some symptoms, you can reverse that. Okay, I've seen it myself with clients. I've seen and read about it from many people as well. You too can do this. Okay, so again, that's a powerful reason for you to do resistance training. Apart from the physical benefits and the body shape, body transformation benefits that there are. Another myth is you have to use a gym to get results. This is one that's always out there that people feel they have to use a gym and this is where their excuses. They don't have time, they can't afford it, they can't get there, the traffic's too busy, can't leave the kids, stuff like that. So this is where there's a lot of excuses as to why they can't use the gym. But the reality is that instead of having to wait for machines and try to work them out and queue for bench presses and deal with a lot of knuckleheads in the gyms and feeling intimidated, the truth is you don't even need equipment. You don't need a gym. You just need some basics. Your body alone is the best piece of equipment that you could ever have, and it's completely free. So use your body. I like to advise clients, especially for the last number of years, to work out at home because it wipes out all excuses. There's no more things about time. There's no more things about the cost of gyms. Just do it at home because you can get up, do your workout, or else it could be in the evening. But it saves you a load of time, and as I said, there's absolutely no excuse. Even if you need to be minding the kids, you can do it there while the kids are there. And if you want some equipment, if you get something like this, like a barbell set and a gym ball, that will replace your bench in the gym. So again, whether it be inclined or flat, it just depends where you lie on it. And the barbell set will replace all weights machines. There's loads you can do with just the barbell set, and usually they come with dumbbells as well. This is what I advise my clients to get, because they then have their own home gym and it costs as little as $40 or $50, and they have their own home gym from there. Okay, so forget about needing to exercise in the gym. You don't need to exercise in the gym. All right, any questions on that? Just get some water. Do you have any questions on that? Just type into the chat box for me and I'll go through it. Okay, we're all good. So what I'm going to cover next is what actually is effective. What is actually effective for exercise? Because the problem again for people is they're spending hours and hours doing exercise in the gym, cross trainers and treadmills, and bikes, and sometimes resistance training, and nothing's really happening, nothing's shifting, not getting leaner, not getting more toned, not losing fat, the clothes aren't getting looser. What is going on? Why is this happening? Now, there are many different reasons and many different pieces to the jigsaw, but a big one for a majority of people is their exercise, how they're doing their exercise, and what they're doing is not effective. That is the biggest problem out there. So they need to be doing exercises a lot more effective. Okay? And if you're not doing that, then you're not going to get the results, and that's why most people struggle all the time. So what is effective? Well, I'm going to go through both types. We're going to go through cardiovascular exercise. I'm going to go through resistance training exercise. So you take the cardiovascular exercise. In some of the myths that I covered, I spoke about, how steady state cardio isn't effective and the whole fat burning zone cardio is not effective and so on. And this is where most people are going wrong. That's the kind of exercise that they're doing, yet it's a complete waste of time when you're looking for results. Now, if you're looking to just get fit and healthy and stuff like that, that's fine. But if you're looking for real results, real fast results, it's not going to do anything. What's effective for cardiovascular training is intense exercise, intense interval style or HIIT training, or Tabata is another method. Anything where you've got hard and easy phases. You need to be pushing yourself as hard as you can, and you need to go easy and recover. So hard, easy, hard, easy. That's the type of exercise that works best. And what you're doing is you're making sure that when you're going hard, you're giving it everything you've got, and then you have a rest period. So you can vary the rest periods, vary the hard periods. So examples could be 60-30, it could be 30-30, it could be 45-45, 45-15, 45-30, 15, 30, 15, 45, anything, any kind of combination. It could be a mixture of all of those. The main thing is that when you're going intense, and when you recover, you recover. And in terms of how long you should recover for, well, you recover as much as you need. If you're just starting out, you might even need 2 or 3 minutes to recover after an intense part. So if you need that, then take it, because the purpose of the recovery is purely that, so you recover. Okay? So it's important for you to make sure you take advantage of that. But when you go hard, you go hard. You go as hard as you possibly can. So it's important to do that. Make the most of it. Don't hold back. Don't hold back in the hard part, and then tip away in the easy part, where it's not even that difficult. Like when you come to the easy, you should be so glad that you're hitting the easy part. So make sure that you're doing that. Make sure that you're focusing on the intensity instead of the style of workout. It doesn't matter what mode of exercise. It doesn't matter if it happens to be jogging or biking or spin bikes or normal bikes or rowers or cross trainers or cartwheels if you want. It doesn't matter. The main thing is that you've got the intensity, you've got the structure, and you implement the different strategies that I'm going to share with you over the course of this call in what actually makes exercise effective. Now, when we look at resistance training, what's important with resistance training is, once again, the level of effort. Now, the thing you need to do is ask yourself, if it was easy as just doing some exercise, like just do a bit of running, just do a few weights, would everyone look amazing? Or at least the millions of people who do frequent the gym consistently during every week. When the fact is that they're not. In terms of they don't look like they want to be. They want to get better. They're not really losing fat, not really getting stronger. So it stands to reason it's about how hard you're working. It's like anything in life, if you want to achieve the best, then you have to put the most effort in. So it's crucial for you to realize that and to put everything you can into each of your sessions. And what that means for resistance training is that you hit failure. So when you do the exercise, you hit absolute failure. You can't do another rep. That is what you're looking to do. Okay? So every set you do, it should be hitting failure apart from the warm-up. And if you're not hitting failure, then you're going to get very little benefit, because the purpose of failure is forcing your body to do more than it's done before. Okay? We've spoken a lot about intensity. There's three main key strategies for getting the best results. That's intensity is number one, progression is number two. This is where I'm going to bring this in when we're speaking about resistance training. Because once you do something once, your body's done it. What you need to do then is make sure that the next time you do it, you do more. So you're constantly giving your body new. Your body craves new. Your body wants to do new things. Your body wants to get better. So what's really important for you then is that you focus on doing that. Focus on doing that a little bit more. So if you did 10 reps at 40 kilos a few days ago and you're going to the gym again, well, you should be doing like 12 reps, 40 kilos, or else it might be 10 reps of 42 kilos or something like that, but there's always something more. You're always looking to progress it. Okay? So it's really important for you to incorporate that, the progression. And it's the same with your cardiovascular. This goes for all training. If you want to get better, you need to put the effort in to progress. So make sure again that you're doing that. Make sure you are progressing. Third thing is muscle confusion. This is why in our Dave Sheahan home workout system program, we have 36 different workouts of totally different workouts, because it causes your body to adapt, force your body to do something. So you need to keep it in shock. You need to keep forcing it to adapt itself, and in doing so, then it's going to burn more calories and it's going to get just far better and stronger and fitter and leaner and burn more calories. Every benefit you could imagine from resistance training that I mentioned earlier on. So it's really crucial to get into muscle confusion. So as I said, the three keys are intensity, progression, and muscle confusion. And if you're not doing these three, then you're not going to get the results that you're looking for. It's just not going to happen. Okay? So it's not about just exercising, and even with the food, it's not just about eating healthy. There's a lot more to it. It's important for you to focus on doing what you need to do to get the results that you need. So that's clear to everybody. Can everyone see where they've been going wrong? Why they haven't been getting the results that they've been aspiring to? Yeah? Just type a Y into the chat box for me, let me see. Okay, let's see plenty of interaction and engagement here. It's important for you to get the most from this, as well as for it helps me as well in presenting. Okay, great. Lots of Y's, lots of yeses. Great. So the important thing again was to get clear, to get clarity on what's actually effective. What is getting the most for you from your efforts? So intensity. So whether it be cardiovascular training or resistance training, so intensity, or progression, and muscle confusion. And as I said, it doesn't have to be in the gym, it could be at home, it could be in the park, it could be anywhere. And remember too what we said first training about ab exercises and how just you don't need them, they're a waste of time. And make sure you remember that. Don't waste too much time on crunches. You've no need to even do them. An exercise like a loaded squat, loaded barbell squat, that will have far greater effect on your body, fat loss and muscle wise, than abdominal exercises will have. So instead do more of those. If the squat has actually been proven to recruit more fibers and have a far greater effect on your whole abdominal area and metabolism than ab crunches alone. It says it all. Okay? So we covered a good bit there about exercise and exercise strategies and what works and what you need to do. The key thing now is for you to do it. Remember earlier on I spoke about that's about getting control, it's about taking action, and that then is how you get results. And this is part of your taking action. The next part is going to be that when you next do your resistance training or your cardiovascular, you implement what I've taught you on this call. Okay? Right, so just going to go through here. So these are just some of my clients. So again, you can see here, Mills, client again I've really enjoyed working with. It says here, massive thank you to my personal trainer Dave Sheahan. Over the last 5 weeks, helped me reach my halfway goal and helped me lose nearly 6% body fat and a massive 18.75 inches. So this is what can be done. Here's another client of mine who've gone through my various programs. Gary Bolognese is in New Zealand, and again, incredible transformation for a guy who hadn't trained since his 20s and done any form of exercise. Life had gotten away. Stress had caused a lot of problems as well. And this changed his life. And this is why I stress to people the importance of getting in shape. You get control of your body, mind and health. It'll impact every area of your life. And Gary now is in total control of his life. Far better relationships, far better professional success, doing what he loves now. And wealth has come with that, of course. In his body, mind and health, he's done all kinds of things like marathons and everything. So you can do anything you want, you just need to take action on it. Okay, in terms of food, you are what you eat, but also what's important to realize is you are what you drink as well. We focused for decades on what we ate and what it was doing to our bodies. We don't realize actually the impact that drink has had on our bodies too. And this goes for sodas, but also goes for juices and alcohol, of course. Okay? So it's important for you to realize this. It's a mixture of both. It's not just about the food. The food has a huge impact. But the bottom line is whatever you put into your mouth is going to have an impact, whether that be a positive impact or a negative impact. Okay? So it's important for you to make sure that you're conscious of what you're eating and you make better choices in both what you're eating and what you're drinking. Okay? Because whether you drink sodas, soft drinks, and all the chemicals are in them, and all the sugar that's in them, and the sugar rush it gives, and insulin spikes, or juice, where it's portrayed with the whole health benefit, but the reality is that it has health in terms of there's nutrients in it, and vitamins and minerals, but it's like a shot. It's like getting a shot of heroin. Straight into your bloodstream. There's no fiber to hold it back. And there's a reason why an orange is the way it is, or a banana, or grapes, or berries, or anything. The juice is part of it with the fiber, because again, the fibers slow it down. So this word juicing has become a huge thing, but you're better off, in my opinion, to do smoothies so you get everything. You get the fiber, you get all the nutrients, you get everything, every part of it. So you get maximum benefit. That's my own personal opinion. Okay? And the best thing to do is drink water. Water is huge. Water makes a huge difference. Here's an idea of what's in your food. If you do eat junk food right now, here's an idea of some of the stuff that's in it. This should put you off a little bit. So you can see the different things in it, and even like the stuff in it that are used for golf balls, the stuff in it that, let's see, are here for skin products and hair conditioner, facial mask products, acne creams, mouthwash, shampoo, mascara. So these are the types of things that are put into our food, and then we go and we eat. So what do you think that is going to do to your body? Remember the other slide, you are what you eat. You know, when you're eating foods like this, how do you think your body's going to react? How do you think your body's going to look? How do you think your fat levels are going to be? So, you know, the first step in body transformation and better health and better life is improving your food. Even just start with improving your food. Forget about any radical diets. Forget about any, long-term plans. Anything that's radical for you, so again, it all comes down to you, that means a huge change from what you have been doing to what you need to be doing. Typically, I don't recommend it will work, because if there's too big a change, you feel too deprived. Crave the old world too much. So it's important for you to, make change in the right direction. I always tell people make a positive step in the right direction. No matter how small it is, just focus on moving forward, because moving forward is what matters most. So take those steps forward. It's like with junk food, cut it down and eventually even eliminate it. Especially stuff like McDonald's and Burger King and all these burger joints, these typical fast foods, they are a disaster. The amount of crap that they're putting in their food and the low quality of it is really, really hurting your health. So make sure that you make the right decision and limit or eliminate this type of food from your lifestyle. I want to speak a little bit about hormones. And, again, we'll speak about losing 20 pounds, getting in shape. Hormones that are found in meat and dairy are making you really fat. And they're keeping you really fat. And why, you ask? How can that be? Well, the reason is that, it's all about greed. Like the food industry is about greed, dairy industry is about greed. Most things are, unfortunately, these days. So what happens is, to make the cows, lactate faster and produce faster, they're given hormones. When they're sick, which they get sick very frequently because of the way they're being used and abused and overworked, again, they're given antibiotics. So all these are going into the cow, they're all going into the milk. We're getting the milk, we're putting it into our body, we're going to get some of the impacts of it. So this is where these days puberty seems to have changed dramatically. Now men or boys are going through puberty even as young as 7 or 8. Girls are going through puberty again around 8 to 10. So things have changed quite a lot. So there's a lot more estrogen levels as well in guys too. So there's been a huge impact, and it's from, again, high estrogen levels and all the rubbish that's in food these days. It's impacting the body because you put it in. Once you put it in your mouth, it's going to have some form of impact. So, I've been living plant-based since January 2012, so living a plant-based lifestyle is what I recommend, because it is without doubt the best way for your health, but also it's the best way for getting lean fast. Because when you eat fatty foods, that obviously is a bad impact, but when you're eating dairy and meat, it's going to have a huge impact that often people don't even realize. But that is a reason why a lot of time you can't lose the fat, just stays with you, and you suffer various health conditions too, because the acidic nature of these foods and the impact they have on your body is pretty huge. And the more acidic you are, the less your body works at an optimal level, and that includes fat burning and metabolic rate. Okay? That clear to everybody? And I never tell anyone to, go out tonight now, just cut out meat and dairy, never have it again. It's not that I don't recommend it, it's great if you do, but as I said a little while ago, most people are better off to just take little steps in the right direction. Okay? If you're taking too big a step, then a lot of time you're going to fall and not stick to what you're supposed to. So you want to make sure that you take steps in the right direction that are going to work for you. Okay, next let's go on to fat foods. There's a huge thing out there in terms of avoiding fat. High carb, low fat is kind of the newest craze. But my personal opinion, what I've looked into, what I've researched, what I've seen with clients, it is so important for you to have fats, but the good fats, not the bad fats. So you need to wipe out the bad fats, and the trans fats and saturated fats. These type of bad fats that don't serve your body in any way and make it unhealthier. What you want to do, you want to be eating good fats, things like avocados, nuts, nut butters, seeds. These kind of foods are good for you, and if you eat good fats like this, they actually accelerate your fat burning. And when you don't eat them, you don't aid them in your nutrition plan, you're going to slow your fat burning. Okay, so it activates the fat burning gene when you eat them. So make sure you're including foods like avocados, nuts, nut butters, these kind of foods in your daily nutrition program, because again, it'll make a huge difference in the fat levels in your body. And also essential fats that you get in these foods are huge for your brain, your whole brain function, how it all works. So they affect your memory, your concentration, your general state of mind, positivity. All of these things have a huge impact on how your body works and how you feel and your level of productivity. So make sure you include essential fat containing foods in your daily lifestyle. Very, very important. I want to talk about water. I touched on it earlier on in terms of the drinks when I talked about sodas and soft drinks. Water is crucial to fat burning efforts for many reasons. The main one is that it leaves your body in a constant detox. Your body will constantly be detoxed if you're drinking loads of water. And this is why I personally drink 6 liters of water a day. And that's although I eat very, very healthy. I eat good food, good, clean, whole food, plant-based foods. And I don't smoke, don't drink, I occasionally only eat any kind of junk. But that's again why I managed to keep a lean toned body that I have. So water is constantly detoxing me, okay? Constantly giving me a state of detox. And this is important again from fat levels, because the more toxins you have in your body, the more that they latch onto fat cells, the more they become fat cells, and overall that just, as I said, makes you fatter and also stops your body burning fat. So it's important you drink loads of water for that reason. It also helps to digest your food so much better. It also suppresses appetite. A lot of time we're eating foods and we're not even hungry. Okay? Not even hungry. What we are is thirsty. We mistake it because it's the exact same message that goes to your brain. Your brain can't differentiate between a hunger message and a thirsty message. So what's important for you again with that type of area is just to focus, have control, make the right decisions. Look at it logically in terms of when did you last eat, have some water whenever you do feel hungry, and just see how your body reacts to it. Does it get hungrier or does it actually lose its hunger? And that'll tell you a lot. Like indeed a client of mine has commented a number of times since I told her that it has decreased her eating a lot because she feeds footer now when she goes to eat her lunch. So instead of getting a load of stuff, now she gets a lot less. So water is very important for the detox effect, to make your systems all work well, make your brain work well. Like your brain's 83% water, so it's important for you to get loads of water for that reason. And just as I said, so many different reasons. Alcohol, and you'd be sorry to hear that it is probably the one that has the biggest impact on the fat levels of your body. It's important to have control over the level of alcohol in your system and how consistently you drink it. Because drinking alcohol, it's not a nutrient of any kind, so the body converts it to fat. So it goes into your body converts it to fat, and it stores. And it's very high calories. And even those ones like if you have, for instance, vodka and a zero coke, again all the carcinogens and everything that you're getting in with the zero isn't going to do you any favors either. So alcohol is disaster just from the fact that it converts to fat calories, but also it makes you hungry before, during, and after, and you take in a lot more food than you normally would. So there's a big impact on your taste buds and your cravings. So it's important to start learning how to, be strict with that and how to, react to it next time. Learn how to react to the triggers. That's what's important. How do you react to the triggers? That's what you need to ask yourself. Okay, so that's alcohol. That's water. I said about juices and how important it is for you to, cut them down. They're okay to have every so often. Like I'm not totally against juices, but I don't believe that they're the right things to have if you're looking to gain lean muscle and burn fat, because it will cause your body to hold up to fat, and it potentially could cause fat storage. So it's important for you to, as I said, like don't go for the juice, go for the water instead. Serves you far better. I had that issue with a client today who began to show me drinking lots of juices and everything, so I had to go through why that needs to stop and what to do instead. Because all education, the whole thing is we're all here for education. It's important we do what we can to educate other people, because educating other people is powerful. It's so important. And it gives us a great buzz then as well. So let's do a quick recap here. Step one, training number one, we spoke about creating your success mindset and your whole belief system. How important it is and how crucial it is to achieve success. At the end of training one, we spoke about exercise, and on this one, we've gone into a lot more depth on how to exercise effectively. Remember, intensity is the key. You want to make sure you're going right to your very limit all the time. You want to make sure you add progression, so each workout you're aiming to do a little bit more. And thirdly, muscle confusion. Keep changing things. Don't do the same thing day in, day out. Make sure you're changing your routine every workout or every week or every fortnight. Don't wait longer than a fortnight for every workout. So make sure that you're incorporating those 3 strategies. That's really important. We spoke a lot about nutrition, and we're going to be covering my key steps. I'm going to be saving the best to the last for training number 3. The most important nutritional steps and strategies that are going to accelerate your fat burning like you won't believe. It'll be like a blowtorch. So it's really important for you to make sure you attend live training number 3, because it'll make a huge difference when you implement it. But for now, you can implement what I've taught about, even the little changes I've suggested, the little change I've suggested to you in what you should do. So with nutrition, we've spoken about cutting out dairy, or cutting it down at least, cutting down or out meat as well, and the powerful impact of a plant-based lifestyle on your fat levels. We spoke about the importance of having essential fats in your lifestyle as well. So avocados, nuts, nut butters. Make sure you include these types of foods into what you're eating. Okay, that's really important. Important for, again, your overall health as well as for your waistline, which is what this is all about. Okay. And we spoke about water and alcohol and soft drinks and their impact on juices. So make sure you start making smarter choices with the liquids that you're consuming. So remember, water is the main thing you want to be consuming. And remember its detox effect and how it makes your whole body work far better. So focus on getting it into your system for that reason. So loads of water in your system. Cut down the juice. Remember, it's like heroin going into your system, so like a sugar rush. And so the soft drinks, obviously cut them down, because they'll have a huge impact on you. Okay? So, that's a few little tips on the nutrition. We've just covered a little bit of it, but what's important for you to do is to make sure you attend the third training, because it's going to make a huge difference to you in what I'm going to share. Here's Rick. Rick is one of our major success stories, and this is a transformation he achieved in just 6 weeks on our Dave Sheahan home workout system. In 6 weeks, you can see the difference in him. He hadn't trained since his 20s, but he went from having, belly, a chest, feeling terrible, to looking younger, looking great, having a six-pack, feeling great, looking more vibrant. Again, the difference is amazing for 6 weeks. Here's Kim, who's actually his wife. Look again, the difference in Kim. Look at how more vibrant and energetic she looks, how much younger she looks, and her body then in great shape as well. So, it makes a huge difference to prioritize yourself and, put the effort in to make a difference. This is where I want to offer you a solution. I want to offer you the solution to achieving what you want, but doing it faster. Okay, I'm sharing great information with you on these 3 trainings in this series. I'm sharing as much as I possibly can the time I have each time. But there's always so much I can cover, because if I was to tell you everything that I need to tell you, I would probably be here for a few weeks. There is so much to it. It isn't just a case of doing some exercise and doing good nutrition. There's a lot more to it. So I'm going to be covering everything with my members of what I offer you. So this is a solution. It's something you definitely want to get on board. So firstly, it's lifetime access, Dave Sheahan home workout system. It's only $97, and you just go to the website here. So I just put it into the chat box there. So you just go to davesheahanhomeworkout.com. And what you're going to do, you're going to get lifetime access. But not only that, for a very, very limited time, I'm throwing in added bonuses, which are unlimited support for 6 weeks. So you can throw in as many emails, Facebook, Skype, any method you want to contact us, and we will get back to you, very promptly. So you get access to that. So access to unlimited Skype, email, Facebook support. That's priceless. You're also going to get access to my Formula for Success Body, Mind, Health program. This is a 12-week program involving coaching people on how to move from an unhealthy lifestyle into a healthy lifestyle. There's lots of tips and strategies, transitioning, coaching that goes on in these weekly videos, weekly presentations, and all the other tools and resources are included for members as well. That's a value of $497. You're also going to get another bonus of lifetime access to recordings of my last Formula for Success live event. This is a virtual event. It was held by a live stream, and we have people on from all over the world. I had experts on from all over the world sharing their incredible information, as well as many gifts too, and I obviously presented quite a lot on the event too. So you get lifetime access to that. That's a value of $297. So you get $297 there. You get $497 value with the Formula for Success Body, Mind, Health program. You get 6 weeks unlimited support. That's basically priceless. Think about it. You're struggling, you're finding it hard to motivate yourself to exercise, you're not sure what to eat. You can just contact me and then we'll respond. So it takes all the guesswork out of getting in shape, whether it be the exercise, nutrition, or a bit of both. So go ahead, click the link that's in the chat box right now, davesheahanhomeworkout.com. You can see it on the screen. So make sure you click that, go to the link, and make sure you get on board. So not only are you getting Dave Sheahan home workout system for $97, but you're getting everything else. So nearly, about $800 worth of added value on the price of the Dave Sheahan home workout system. Okay, so hope that was good. Hope that was helpful for you. The important thing now is to implement everything I've taught. Make sure you make the differences with your exercise. Make sure you make the differences with what we've covered on nutrition so far. Next, on the training number 3, we're going to cover the rest of nutrition I want to share with you, including like five key steps. You're going to accelerate your fat burning, burn it like a furnace. foods that burn fat faster, and we're sharing great stuff with you. We're going to really get you structured in terms of your lifestyle and make you better able to burn fat faster when you do it. So make sure you take action, experience the results in the coming week. Come on this call next one, the training number 3, totally rejuvenated and ready for action. And keep spreading the word to get more and more people to attend so that they too can experience these wonderful transformations. Alright, so I hope that was helpful. Let me know in the comments box and emails and so on. I always appreciate feedback so we can see where I can improve. And until then, this is Dave Sheahan. I'll speak to you on training number 3 next week. Dave Sheahan here. Keep having a progressive week.